Maya was a young girl full of excitement and hope. Today was a very special day for her. She was going to take her very first flight in first class. It was a big deal for her family. Her father, David, had worked very hard to give her this chance. She had never flown first class before, and she dreamed of sitting in a big, soft seat, looking out the window at the clouds and enjoying the special food and drinks that first class offered. That morning, Maya woke up early. She packed her small bag carefully, making sure she had everything she needed. She put on her favorite dress and a bright smile. Her mother helped her get ready, and together they left for the airport. The air was fresh, and the sun was shining as they drove to the big, busy airport. When they arrived, the airport was full of people rushing to their flights. Maya held her mother's hand tightly. She felt a little nervous, but mostly excited. Her father had already checked in and was waiting at the gate. Maya's heart beat fast as she walked toward the area where passengers waited to board their planes. At the gate, a woman stood behind a counter. She wore a uniform and had a serious face. This woman was the gate agent. Her job was to check tickets and let people board the plane. Maya stepped forward with her ticket in her hand. The ticket was shiny and looked important. It said first class clearly on it. Maya smiled politely and handed her ticket to the gate agent. The agent took the ticket and looked at it carefully. But then, something happened that Maya did not expect. The gate agent looked at the ticket again, then she tore it in half. Maya's eyes went wide with surprise. "Why did you do that?" Maya asked softly, her voice shaking a little. The gate agent did not answer kindly. She said, "You can't board first class. This ticket is not for you." Maya felt her heart drop. She looked around, hoping someone would help her. Other passengers stopped and stared. Some looked confused. Others looked upset, but no one said anything. Maya tried to explain, "This is my ticket. My father bought it for me." But the gate agent shook her head. "I am sorry, but you cannot board first class. Please go to the back of the plane." Maya felt tears in her eyes. She did not understand why the agent was treating her this way. She had done nothing wrong. She was only a young girl ready to enjoy her special flight. Maya stepped back, holding the torn ticket pieces in her hand. She felt embarrassed and hurt. She wished she could disappear. Her mother came closer and tried to comfort her. The gate agent did not seem to care. At that moment, a man in a suit approached the gate agent. He asked quietly, "What is going on here?" The gate agent looked at the man and said, "This girl tried to use a first-class ticket, but I told her she cannot board. I tore her ticket." The man looked at Maya and then at the torn ticket. Maya was scared but held her head high. The man's face showed surprise. Then he said something that made everyone listen carefully. "Do you know who this girl is?" He asked the gate agent. "No," she said, confused. "This is Maya, the daughter of David, the owner of this airline," the man said clearly. The gate agent's eyes grew wide. She had made a big mistake. She looked at Maya with a new respect, but also with regret. Maya stood quietly. She felt a mix of emotions. She was shocked that the woman had torn her ticket. But now she was also curious about what would happen next. The other passengers started whispering. Some shook their heads. The air was full of tension. Maya's mother held her hand tightly. David, Maya's father, was on his way to the gate. When he arrived, he saw Maya standing there with a torn ticket and a sad face. He felt anger rise inside. Him? How could someone treat his daughter this way? David stepped forward and spoke to the gate agent calmly but firmly. "This is my daughter. She has every right to board first class. I want to know why you tore her ticket." The gate agent looked down, not knowing what to say. David felt a mix of disappointment and sadness. He had always believed his airline, cared about all customers, but this event showed something was wrong. Maya watched her father. She felt proud that he was standing up for her. She also felt nervous about what would come next. The gate agent apologized quietly, but it did not feel enough. The damage was done. Maya had been treated unfairly in front of many people, David promised Maya that he would make sure this would not happen again. He said, "You deserve respect, and no one will take that away from you." Maya smiled weakly, feeling a little better. She knew her father would protect her. As they waited to board the plane again, Maya looked around. She saw faces of people who understood her pain and others who were shocked by the event. This moment was hard, but it was also the start of something important. Maya and her family were about to change the story, not just for themselves, but for many others who had faced unfair treatment. Maya took a deep breath and prepared to fly, knowing that she was not alone and that her voice mattered. Maya was still upset when she called her father David after what happened at the airport. Her voice was soft but full of hurt. She told him everything the moment the gate agent tore her ticket and said she could not fly first class. How embarrassed she felt in front of so many people. David listened carefully. His heart sank. He had always worked hard to build his airline into a place where everyone felt welcome and respected. Hearing that his own daughter had been treated badly by someone working for his company made him feel very sad and angry at the same time. David knew this was more than just one mistake. It showed a bigger problem. Sometimes people treat others unfairly because of their skin color or where they come from. This was wrong, and David wanted to fix it. He promised Maya, "I will find out why this happened. I will make sure you are treated with respect always." Maya felt a little better hearing her father's strong words. That day, David called the airline's top managers. He told them about the problem. He said the gate agent's actions were not acceptable. Wanted a full explanation. The managers were surprised and concerned. They knew the airline had rules about treating customers kindly. They also knew the airline wanted to be a place of fairness. They promised David they would look into it right away. Meanwhile, Maya shared her story with close family and friends. Many were shocked and sad. Some said things like, "This should never happen to anyone." Others said, "You are so brave for speaking up." Maya's mother stood by her side all the time. She told Maya, "You did nothing wrong. You have every right to be proud of who you are and where you come from." Maya's friends also reached out, said they were sorry she had to face such hurt. But they also told her she was strong and would get through this. David worked hard. Over the next few days, he met with the airline staff to hear what had happened. He wanted to understand why the gate agent had treated Maya that way. The gate agent was asked to explain. She said she did not mean to be unfair, but she felt unsure about the ticket. She thought maybe it was a mistake. But David knew that no one should be treated badly because of a mistake or any other reason. David told the gate agent, "It is important to treat everyone with respect. Everyone deserves kindness, no matter what." The gate agent listened and felt sorry for what she had done. She realized how her actions had hurt Maya. David also spoke to other employees about the importance of fairness and respect. He said, "Our airline is a place where everyone belongs. We must remember this every day." The days after, David planned to improve training for all employees. He wanted to teach them about kindness, respect, understanding different people's feelings. Maya watched as her father worked to make things better. She felt proud, but also hopeful. She knew this experience was hard, but it could help many others. One evening, David called Maya again, told her, "The airline is making changes to stop this from happening again. Your story is helping us become better." Maya smiled. She felt that her voice mattered. She was not just a passenger. She was someone who could help change the world, even in small ways. Her family talked often about respect and fairness. They reminded each other that everyone deserves to be treated well. Maya's father also told her stories about how he started the airline. He said he wanted it to be a place where people from all backgrounds could travel safely and happily. Maya listened closely. She felt connected to her father's dream. She wanted to help him make it true. As days passed, Maya saw the airline staff becoming more careful and kind. The managers held meetings to remind employees to treat everyone with respect. Some employees shared their own stories about times they had been treated unfairly. They said they understood why respect mattered so much. Maya's experience became a lesson for many. It helped people see how important kindness is in their work and lives. David also reached out to other leaders in the community. He wanted to work with them to fight unfair treatment everywhere. Maya felt proud of her family's strength. She learned that even when things are hard, speaking up can lead to good change. her mother said. Sometimes, when we face trouble, it shows us how strong we really are. Maya knew this was true. She felt ready to face the future, knowing she was not alone. Her story was no longer just about one ticket or one flight. It was about respect, fairness, and hope for a better world. Maya smiled as she thought about flying. Again, this time she felt ready. She knew she belonged anywhere she wanted to go. David knew that hearing about the problem was not enough. He wanted to find out exactly why the gate agent had treated Maya that way. So, he decided to visit the airport himself, wanted to see for himself what was happening, and meet the people involved. When David arrived at the airport, he felt a mix of feelings. He was proud of his daughter for standing strong, but he was also upset that someone from his own airline had caused her pain. The airport was busy, people hurrying to catch their flights and employees helping passengers. David asked to meet the gate agent who had torn Maya's ticket. The gate agent was surprised to see him. She did not expect to meet the airline owner in person. When David introduced himself, the gate agent's face showed nervousness and regret. David spoke calmly but firmly. He said, "I want to understand why you tore my daughter's ticket," and told her she could not fly first class. The gate agent looked down and took a deep breath. She said, "I thought the ticket was not real. I made a mistake. I am sorry." David listened carefully. He wanted to give her a chance to explain, but also wanted her to understand the seriousness of what had happened. He said, "Mistakes happen, but treating a young girl unfairly is not acceptable. Everyone deserves respect. We must treat all passengers kindly and fairly." The gate agent nodded and apologized again. She said she understood now how wrong she was. David then met with the airport managers and other airline staff. He asked them if this kind of problem had happened before. Some said yes, but often it was not reported. Others said they had heard complaints about unfair treatment but did not know how to stop it. David knew he had to act quickly. He said, "We need a full investigation. We must learn what went wrong and how to fix it." The airline started a careful review. It talked to many employees, including the gate agent, supervisors, and other staff. They wanted to find out if there were any rules being ignored or if there was a problem with how employees were trained. David also asked for help from experts who knew about fairness and diversity in the workplace. They came to the airline to give advice on how to improve. The experts suggested new training programs. These programs would teach employees how to treat people kindly, understand different cultures, and recognize unfair behavior. David agreed. He said, "We must make sure every passenger feels safe and respected." The airline also created a new team to watch over customer treatment. This team's job was to listen to passengers' concerns and make sure all employees followed the rules. Meanwhile, David kept in touch with Maya and the family. He told them about the steps the airline was taking. Maya felt proud to hear that her story was helping change the company for the better. The gate agent, too, was asked to take part in the new training. She wanted to learn and do better. She met with Maya's family and said she was truly sorry for what had happened. Maya listened to her and saw that the gate agent wanted to make things right. This helped Maya heal from the hurt she felt. David believed that everyone could learn from their mistakes. He said change is possible if we are willing to work for it. As the weeks went by, the airline began to feel different. Employees talked more openly about respect and kindness. They shared stories and helped each other improve. David made sure to visit the airport often. He wanted to see if things were really getting better. He talked to employees and passengers, asking how they felt about their experience. Many passengers said they noticed a change. They felt the airline was more welcoming and caring. David also met with community leaders and groups that worked for fairness and equality. Together, they planned events and programs to promote respect in the wider world. Maya's story became part of these efforts. She spoke at some meetings and shared how important it is to stand up against unfair treatment. Her voice inspired many people. They saw that even young people could make a difference. David knew this was only the beginning. He wanted the airline to be a leader in fairness and respect, not just for his family, but for all passengers. He said to his team, "We will never stop working to make our airline a place where everyone feels valued." Maya felt stronger every day. She knew that her family's love and courage were helping change lives. She dreamed of flying again. Not just for herself, but for others who deserved fair treatment. The airport where her ticket was torn was now a place where kindness and respect grew stronger every day. Maya smiled, ready to face new journeys with hope and confidence. After the investigation and meetings, the airline decided it was time to say sorry properly. The company knew that a simple sorry from the gate agent was not enough. They needed to show everyone, especially Maya and her family, that they cared and that they wanted to do better. The airline wrote a public apology. It was sent out to the news and posted online. In the apology, the airline said they were very sorry for the way Maya was treated. They promised that this kind of behavior would not be allowed in the future. The apology said, "We are committed to respect, fairness, and kindness for all our passengers." This message was important. It showed that the airline was serious about change. Maya's family saw the apology. They felt that the airline was trying to make things right. It was not just words on paper, they wanted real action to follow. Soon after, the airline began new training programs for all employees. These programs were designed to teach about respect, fairness, and understanding. The training helped employees learn how to treat every passenger with kindness, no matter who they were or where they came from. The training was more than just a lesson. It included stories from people who had faced unfair treatment. It showed how important it is to be kind and to stand against discrimination. Many employees said the training opened their eyes. They realized they had to do more to make the airline welcoming for everyone. The gate agent who had torn Maya's ticket was part of the training too. She shared her story honestly. She said she wanted to learn and be better. Many people listened and learned from her words. Maya's family was invited to a special event at the airline. There, the company showed its new plans to support fairness and respect. They talked about how important it is to listen to passengers and care about their feelings. David, Maya's father, spoke at the event. He said, "We want our airline to be a place where everyone feels safe and valued. No one should feel hurt or ignored." His words touched many people. They felt the airline was ready to change for good. Maya was proud to be part of this moment. She felt that her story had made a difference. She smiled as she looked around at the people who wanted to help. The airline also created a special team called the Respect and Care Team. This team's job was to listen to passengers and help solve any problems. They made sure employees followed the new rules of kindness and respect. Passengers began to notice the change. Many said their flights were more pleasant and the staff friendlier. The airline's reputation improved as people shared good experiences. Maya flew again with the airline, this time without any problems. She was welcomed warmly and treated with care. She sat in first class with a big smile, enjoying the trip. She had dreamed of her family and friends, celebrated her courage. They said Maya's story was a lesson for everyone. David continued to work hard for fairness in the airline. He held meetings and spoke with employees regularly. He wanted to keep the promise of respect alive every day. The gate agent also changed. She became an example of how people can learn from mistakes and grow. She worked to be kind and fair to all passengers. Maya's experience became a story shared with new employees. It helped teach them why respect matters. The airline's work did not stop there. They joined with community groups to promote fairness beyond the airport, David said. "We want to help build a world where everyone is treated with kindness." Maya listened and dreamed of helping others too. She wanted to use her voice to make the world better. The story of the torn ticket ended with hope. It showed how a painful moment can lead to good change. Maya learned that standing up for yourself and others is important. She saw that forgiveness and teaching can bring people together. The airline became a place where respect and kindness were more than words, they were actions. Maya looked forward to many more journeys, knowing she was part of something bigger. Her story reminded everyone that fairness and love can overcome hurt and unfairness. Maya's life changed in many ways after the airport incident. She was no longer just a young girl with a torn ticket. She became a symbol of hope and courage for many people. Her story showed that even when things seem unfair, Speaking up can bring change. Maya flew many times after that day. Each time, she was treated with respect and kindness. The airline staff remembered her story, and they made sure she felt welcome and safe. The seats in first class became a place of joy for Maya, not pain. Her father, David, was proud not only of his daughter, but of the changes he helped bring to his airline. He knew there was still work to do, but the journey toward fairness had begun. David continued to lead with kindness. He spoke to employees often, reminding them that every passenger deserved respect, no matter their age, color, or background. He wanted his airline to be a leader in fairness and care. Maya's family grew closer through this experience. They talked openly about respect and fairness at home. They shared stories and supported each other. Maya learned to be strong and confident in who she was. Her mother said, "You are brave. Maya, you taught us all how important it is to stand up for what is right." Maya also met other young people who had faced unfair treatment. They shared their stories and encouraged one another. Maya felt she was part of a community working for a better world. The airline kept making improvements. New programs were added to help employees understand the importance of kindness. They also made sure to listen carefully when passengers had concerns. Passengers noticed the difference too. Many said they felt happier flying with the airline. They spoke about the friendly staff and fair treatment. This helped the airline grow and succeed. David and Maya visited schools and community centers to talk about respect and fairness. They shared their story and taught others about kindness. Maya loved these visits. She enjoyed meeting new people and helping spread a message of hope. She knew her voice could make a difference. One day, a reporter asked Maya how she felt about the whole experience. Maya smiled and said, "It was hard at first, but I learned that standing up for yourself is important. If we treat each other with kindness, the world can be better for everyone." Her words inspired many people. They showed that even small actions can lead to big changes. David looked at his daughter with pride. He knew she was growing into a strong, kind person. The airline continued to work hard to be a place where everyone felt valued. They made sure no one would ever feel left out or treated unfairly again. Maya's story became part of the airline's history, a reminder of why respect matters. As she looked to the future, Maya felt hopeful. She dreamed of traveling the world, meeting new friends, and sharing kindness wherever she went. She knew that her family's love and courage had helped change not just an airline, but many hearts. Maya's journey showed that fairness and respect are the foundation of a better world. Her story encouraged others to be brave, to speak up, and to believe in the power of kindness. Maya smiled, ready to take on new adventures with hope and confidence in her heart.